picked out for Dad's big night. "No," she said, yawning. "You didn't take the last yop, right?" This was asked of me, by my wife. The streetlight cut into the car, illuminating the steering wheel, the dusty dashboard, the humming, buzzing electroland of our interior mobile world. Anne had had her hair done. I knew better than to ask, but I recognized the scent of the hairspray that made its metallic strawberry way twice a month into our lives. I looked into her eyes that she had lined beautifully in the nonchalant and yet studied manner of the French. I forced a smile. "No, I didn't." "Good," she said, edging the car out of the parking spot. "Cam, we'll have a little snack when we get home." Paris. Paris at night. Paris at night is a street show of 100 moments you might have lived. You might have been the couple beneath the street lamp by the Place de la Concorde, holding out a camera directed at themselves. You might have been the old man on the bridge staring at the houseboats. You might have been the person that girl was smiling in response to as she crossed that same bridge on her cell phone. Or you might be a man in a shitty French export engaged in a discussion about liquid yogurt with his wife. Paris is a city of 100 million lights, and sometimes they flicker. Sometimes they go out. Anne pushed on the radio, set it to the news. The molten contralto of the female announcer filled the silence of our car. At an opening of a meeting at Camp David, British Prime Minister Tony Blair fully endorsed President Bush's intention to find and destroy the weapons of mass destruction purportedly hidden in Iraq. And then, the reedy liltings of my once proud Prime Minister. The policy of inaction is not a policy we can responsibly subscribe to. "Right," said Anne. "Inaction." "It's madness," I said, ignoring her pointed phrasing. "People getting scared because they're told to be, without asking why?" Anne flicked on the blinker. "It's mostly displacement, I think. Verschiebung." She tilted her chin up, proud of her arsenal of comp-lit terms stored from undergrad. "The big questions are too frightening, you know, where to actually place blame. So they've picked an easy target." "You think France will go along with it?" Her eyes darkened. "Never." I looked out the window at the endless river below us, dividing the right bank from the left bank, the rich from the richer. "It's a bad sign, though, Blair joining up," I added. "I mean, the British. We used to question things to death." Anne nodded and fell silent. The announcer went on to summarize the fiscal situation across the Eurozone since the introduction of the euro in January of 2002. Anne turned down the volume and looked in the rearview mirror. "Cam, honey, did you have a good time?" It was okay," our daughter Camille said, fiddling with her dress. "My favorite is the one with all the bicycles and the one in the kitchen, and then the one with the blue bear that used to be in my room." I closed my eyes at all the women, even the small ones who wield words like wands, their phrases sugary and innocuous 1 minute, corrosive the next. Aesthetically, the blue bear was one of the largest and thus most expensive paintings in the show, but because I had originally painted it as a gift for Anne, it was also the most barbed. At 117 by 140 centimeters, the blue bear is an oil painting of the guest room in a friend's rickety, draft-ridden house in Centerville, Cape Cod, where we'd planned to spend the summer after grad school riding out the what-now crests of our mid-20s, and to consider baby-making, which, if it wouldn't answer the what-now question, would certainly answer what next. The first among our group of friends to get married, it felt rebellious and artistic to consider having a child while we were still young, and thin of limb, and riotously in love. We also thought, however, that we were scheming in dreamland, safe beneath the mantra that has been the